Hi there. Okay, it's been a few months now. It's January, and since you last saw it, I said we were going to take the calipers off and everything, but I got a bit carried away, and my cameraman wasn't around either. So it's looking like this now, where they've got no forks on it. There's no back end. There's no battery box. It's just basically a frame with an engine in. That's about it, really. And the good news is I've had the tyres back from the powder coaters, and they're all looking lovely, new tyres on them already. So that's that. So today what we're going to do, we're going to get it off this stand which I've been using, because that's pivoted for the swing arm, and because I need to get the swing arm off now, I've got this engine hoist. I'm going to lift it off this stand, drain the oil out, take the oil cooler off, take any auxiliary bits off the engine now which is going to get in the way, take the side of the frame off and basically drop the engine down and take the engine out. That's it really, so I'll just crack on with that and I'll see you in a bit. Rightio, we've got that off the stand and we're now being supported by the engine hoist. We're just draining the oil from it, all the oil coming out the cooler and everything, which we've got to take off next. And then we're going to take the exhaust pipe, the manifold off, and then we should be lowering it down then onto a block of wood to undo all the bits and pieces of the frame to take the engine out. So we'll just leave that to drain for a while, going to have a cup of tea and come back. Right, okay. I've managed to eventually get the swing arm off, which is down here. You can have a shot of that one. It's down here. It's there. It's got all the bearings out of it now and ready to go off to the polishers. So that's that bit. We can discard that for now. And on the front of the bike, we've got the oil cooler off and all the oil pipes, and basically we are ready now just to lower this back down onto a stand and undo all the engine mountings and lift the frame away from the engine. Well, what I've done now is I've moved the frame and the engine back onto the support with a bit of wood underneath it, just to take the weight of the engine. And now we're just unbolting the frame. It's got most of the nuts and bolts off it, and I'm just going to lift the frame off from the motorbike. Right, I've done all the bolts now, managed to struggle with the air filters, got those off, air filter boxes, and right, so we're just going to lift the frame off now. Hopefully this will come off with not too much trouble. Take this off, and there we have it, one frame ready to be all polished up. Lovely. That just leaves the engine now, which we can get to and clean that up. I've decided we're not doing anything to the engine this year. I'm going to do it next year, and we're going to do. We're thinking about either turbocharging it or nitrous oxide. So that'd be an interesting project. But at the moment, that's just going to go back into everything when it's done, and we'll take the engine out next year and send out to have some work done to it. Right, that's it for the day. We've achieved what we wanted to. The frame's out. The engine is going to be moved just out of the way somewhere, so that they'll work on that later. That's just purely all I'm going to do to that is just clean it up. So there's nothing wrong with the engine. Just going to clean up, get some stainless steel bolts and fixings for it, give it a polish, and put that to one side. Get the carburetors are going to be sent away and be ultrasound cleaned, and new jets put in those. But really now, I'm just going to send the frame away next week and all the alloy bits, all the stuff we've got stacked on the shelf over here. Excuse me, that's all going to be sent away, and then the suspension's going to go off and get regassed, sprung and again powder coated and all polished. So while those bits have been done really, along with the swing arm, we sort of got to wait for those to come back, and then we can start building everything with all new bearings in and you know, new brake lines and everything else. So anyway, watch this space, we'll be back.